welcome back to another episode of It's a Football Thing. I'm your host, RJ, the Balanced Blue, joined by my fellow co-host, Scott the Gooner, Rob the Red Devil. We recapped the week that was in the Premier League and the FA Cup, but tonight it's looking forward. We're going to predict accurately, to the best of our ability, the results, how it's going to swing, and ultimately we just want to see some wild predictions for this upcoming set of fixtures. Robbie, I'll go you first. How are you, legend?
Good, mate. Look, I have to say, I know it's again non-biased, but I love our intro, mate. It really pumps me up, especially when it's predictions, gets me in the mood. Let's get into it, mate. Let's get into it.
That's it. It's predictions time.
Robbie, Scotty, over you, mate.
You're doing some AFL, mate. Look here. Wrong code. Wrong code, champion. No, I'm good, man. I'm pumped. Let's do this. What about you?
Yeah, mate. Happy to be here, chilling like a villain in the down in the South Coast, and just ready to predict.
That's it. We need Daniel to make sure he comments on this video, give us an update of the scores. We'll have to get in touch with young Daniel, see where it's at.
He's been in Bali, so we'll excuse him from now, but I'm pretty sure
there's no holidays, man.
I'll return to work.
He's probably like me with Chelsea.
I'll get on to him.
Why even watch football anymore? Football sucks these days.
That's it. We've got some derbies this week. We've got a Manchester derby. We've got the North London derby, my favourite of all the derbies. We've got plenty of action coming. So let's get right into it, boys. These are quick fire predictions. Obviously, when it's our teams, we'll add a little bit more, but let's go. Starting with your team, RJ. Fulham, Chelsea. What's going to happen in this London derby? Not quite the big one.
The real West London derby, that's right. Yeah. Massive contest in the context of our season. And Fulham, mate, been in really, really good form overall, season-wise. And they worry me. Craven Cottage, they're going to be up for the occasion because we're vulnerable, haven't been playing good only in patches. They have been playing a lot better at home. They'll fancy at least a point, but I've got to go with my heart. I'm hoping that there were no fresh injuries because we're already threadbare at the moment, but it's too soon, I think, that we're going to get any more players coming back in. So really it's a big question mark in terms of who Graham Potter sticks with. Thiago Silva was rested, thankfully. He's going to be a huge inclusion if we have any chance to try to control Mitrovic. Remembering, as freakish and superhuman Erling Haaland was, he did very little against us when Thiago Silva was playing. So he is vital to our chances of getting anything from this match. Got to go for my heart, and I'm backing the Rolls-Royce Brazilian. I know you've got your own, Robbie, but Chelsea for me, edge this one 2-1, I'm going to say.
1-1 for me, and that's me being kind. Chelsea have been awful. I think it's all sorts of turmoil. So 1-1, and I think Fulham will be disappointed with that.
Look, I don't want to rub salt into the wound, but I think Fulham's going to be like the Sharks that's smelling blood at the moment. Unfortunately for Chelsea, they are down and out. And on the other end of the Richter scale, Fulham are flying high and really punching above their weight. So, again, I think it's Craven Cottage for me. They're really strong at home, and they've had some great results against some of the big six this year. So I will go 2-1 to Fulham, a close game.
Next one, Aston Villa hosting Leeds. Unai Emery's team needs a win, particularly after getting knocked out of the FA Cup. What's happening, Rob?
I'm going to go... Where's this at? Aston Villa?
At Villa.
I'm going to go draw. Leeds have been impressing me with some of their results lately too. So I'll go 1-1 in this game.
RJ?
Yeah, that recovery against West Ham the other day, I think that was a big result for them. I know it was at Ellen Road, so they should get up for it. Yeah. I think I'm with Rob here. I can see it's been a pretty high-scoring affair. I'm going to go 2-2 actually for myself.
Nice.
Lock me in for 1-1. Then we come to the Manchester derby. Manchester United, who are in red-hot form, you are playing some really good ball at the moment. And Manchester City, who are just juggernauts. You know what City are bringing. This is a big derby for both clubs. United win this, you're really saying, hey, man, we're not just here to take part. We're riding this too. City drop points. They're not going to want to do that. What do you see happening, Robbie? I'll give you the first proper word.
Look, firstly, I hope all the boys get through. Obviously, this is early on in the week. We've got a Carabao Cup quarterfinal, so I'm hoping the boys come through injury-free and already fit and firing for the big derby game. Look, what can I say? If I'm going to go, for me, it's going to say it's a bit of a free hit, if I'm going to be honest. And that's not, it is. Look, the thing that I'm a little bit confident in is it's at home. And recently our home form has been really, really good. But again, the form is really good. But we have to say we're just not at City's level at the moment. Okay, we've been getting wins, but they haven't been against massive people recently. So we've been beating the teams that we should be beating. City against Chelsea in the league did not impress me. I'll say that right now. Obviously, we've seen what happened in the FA Cup. Really turned it on. So it was pretty hard to go off that. And again, with us in the FA Cup too against Everton, wasn't our best performance. Got it over the line. So I'm really hoping the faithful Old Trafford really help us with this. I would be very, very happy with a draw. I just don't want to lose this game because I said we go back when it really hurt us that 6-3 loss in the Manchester derby. Obviously, Haaland hat trick, Foden hat trick. Mate, it was really a knife in the heart, but I think it was a wake up call. You know, Ten Hag came out in that post press conference and he said, you know, thank you, Pep. That's what we need. That's a wake up call. Thank you, City, and he's really looking forward to this next Manchester derby. So for me, I'm gonna go a 1-1 draw. Obviously City, they've got goals galore in them. We've had a really good defense, and Rashford's on fire at the moment too. So I'm really hoping at home we can get a result here, mate. I'm sure Arsenal fans would love it if we even got all 3 points. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, but I'd love all 3.
RJ, no such thing as free hits in Premier League football, man. I disagree with Robbie there, particularly when they're in form. They're in form. What do you think happens here?
Yeah, look, I agree with a lot with what Robbie said, but yeah, I also agree with that part too, because I think if this was United a little while ago, I'd be leaning more towards the free hit because they were in a bit of a shambolic state. But because they have been a lot better. I know, Robbie, I know you're being cautious. I know you don't want to
transition.
That's it. I know, but you guys have been better than expected.
We've been improving.
I think that's fair to say that. So you've been playing really well, getting results against the teams you should be beating, but not so long ago you weren't getting results against the teams you should be getting them. So I don't know, man. I'm not going to say you guys are going to steamroll them or anything silly like that, but I've seen enough human nature or human elements of Manchester City this season than I have previous seasons, combined with how good Manchester United have been at Old Trafford, using the learnings and insights that they gained from the 6-3 thrashing. I don't think it's such a bold prediction to say that United possibly sneak a 2-1 win here. But my official prediction, I agree with you, 1-1.
I think it's going to be very tactical. I think it's going to be a very tactical battle, if you know what I mean. Because the thing that's given me a bit more positivity is the City defense has been leaking goals, even though they're scoring a lot of goals.
Of United, for sure,
100%. So, like I said, and look, Rashford has got a good thing, but I go back to it. I'm trying to stand on the floor because last time we played in this, it was straight off the back of international break. All our players were scoring, getting clean sheets, and delivered. I said the first time, I'm confident going, away to City and getting the result, and we're seeing what happens. So that's why I said for me, we've got a really big week coming up because Arsenal's not far behind it. So we have to get something out of this game.
Manchester United 2-1. They beat Man City in this. They're looking good.
Is that your Arsenal heart talking?
No, man. I'm confident. This is one of the easiest predictions for me this week. I'm 2-1 Manchester United. I like the football they're playing. City haven't been convincing me. I don't know. I'm going with United.
I'd love that, mate. Trust me, I'd love it.
That's it. Let's get through these next ones really quickly, boys. Let's keep them quick fire. Brighton hosting Liverpool. I'm going with this one 2-0 to Liverpool. Rob?
1-1.
Arj?
2-1 Brighton to me.
Yeah, I like that, Arj. I nearly said that, but Scotty scared me with the 2-0.
Potentially Frank Lampard's last game. I know RJ's hoping not. Everton hosting Southampton. I'm seeing a draw in this. I'm going 1-1. What about you, Robbie?
I'm going to go 3-0 Everton.
Arj?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
Forest hosting Leicester. Forest are starting to find a little bit of form. Dangerous word that. Leicester looking okay. I'm actually going to tip the Forest win here. I'm going Nottingham Forest 2-1. What about you, RJ?
No, I'm going to go 1-1 for me.
Rob?
I'm going to go 1-0 Forest.
All right, Robbie, you kick this one off. Wolves hosting West Ham.
Can't stand Wolves. So I'm going to go West Ham. Hopefully they hammer them. I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham, hopefully.
RJ?
Yeah, I'm with Robbie. 2-0 Hammers. They had some good signs against Leeds.
I'm 1-0 West Ham for this one. But I don't know why you hate Wolves so much, Robbie. Don't be a hater, mate. RJ, kick this one off. Brentford hosting Bournemouth.
The Bees, mate. The Bees are going to sting poor Bournemouth. I think it's going to be 3-0. I'm going bullish here. 3-0.
Is Ivan Toney out of this fixture because of yellow cards?
They don't need him anyway.
Yeah, that's it. They've been performing.
All right. What about you, Robbie?
I'm going to go 2-1 Bees. Not as convincing.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 to the Bees. The next one, RJ, over to you. Another London derby. This is double fixture week for you. I know FPL players might be looking at some Chelsea squad members. I'm certainly not, the way they've been playing, but you're hosting Palace, who have been dreadful. What's going to happen?
And he's another manager we've got to talk about, Patrick Vieira. He's also under the microscope because they should be doing better with that squad. So not that we have a right to talk about that, but I'm just saying Chelsea, look, my opinion of this will change, obviously, based on how they go against Fulham. But for this, as it stands at home, I'm expecting some sort of upswing. We have to, in my mind, win eventually. So nice derby. We tend to play better against Crystal Palace. We know they're a more physical team. We know this. Elise, I targeted him as their danger man, top player. Wish we had him. But I, again, will bet with my heart at Stamford Bridge, playing an important role here and taking this one nervously 2-1 to the Blues.
Okay, look, for me, I'm going to go with 1-0 to Chelsea, but I do worry about goals, but Palace have been dreadful. Rob?
Yeah, I'm going to go, regardless of results, Chelsea take this one 2-0 for me.
Interesting. Then let's jump straight to the next one. Newcastle United hosting Fulham, who also have a double game week. Yeah. This is the second last fixture that we'll look at. I don't know what's going to happen here. It'll be tight. I've watched Newcastle. I don't think they play against Fulham the way they played against Arsenal, which was pretty much just shut it down, no football. I think this one might be a little bit of a kind of both teams sitting back and just waiting for a set piece or a corner or something. I'm going to tip a draw in this. I'm going to go 1-1 in this fixture. I think Newcastle will concede, but they've got enough about them to score. What about you, Robbie?
Was this at Newcastle as well?
It is at St. James's Park.
I'm actually going to go for an upset in this one. I'm going to go 2-1 to Fulham.
Wow.
Just a little bit of a dip in form. I know they took the point against you guys. They got knocked out of the cup this week as well against a very much lower opposition with a decent team. Mate, this could be just a little bit of a dip in the roller coaster for Newcastle, and Fulham might pounce on it. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham.
RJ?
I think it'll actually have the reverse effect. I think Eddie Howe will get them back on track because of that. And obviously Fulham will be reeling for the heartbreaking loss against Chelsea. So that's going to be a 2-1 win to the tune.
There you go.
Right. Boys, the last match. Monday morning, a week's time, 3:30 a.m., Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham versus Arsenal. Conte, Arteta, Harry Kane, Eddie Nketiah. Mate, it's going to be huge. These derbies, I know I'm biased, but I always find them thoroughly entertaining matches. You never know what's going to happen. I do. It is my favourite derby in the Premier League. That's for sure. I'm nervous, though. Not nervous because I doubt that we're a better team than them, because I know that we're a better team than Tottenham Hotspur. But there's also that little thing of like that superstition and what always happens in this fixture. And if you've watched this podcast for a while, you know I always say it. They're going to get a penalty. Harry Kane's going to score it. It always happens. They're not great. We are. I think it's going to be a draw, though. I really think we come home from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium really disappointed. And this isn't me trying to be pragmatic or sit on the fence.
Get off the fence, Scott.
I know we're better than them. I just also know that they always get the rub of the green. Harry Kane's going to be given a pen. So you're starting a game with a 1-goal handicap already. I know it's going to happen. So I just think it'll be tough at their stadium. 1-1, take the point, come home, and concentrate on other matches coming up. What do you think, though, RJ?
Nah, I think you're being a little bit too pessimistic and negative here. I honestly think Arsenal, the way they've been playing overall, will overcome the resilient and character-filled Tottenham, because they have been known notoriously this season for when they're down and out, somehow coming back and clawing a result, which is good on them for that, as painful as it to say. But I think you guys will have their measure, and that will just give you that boost you need. And yeah, overall, unfortunately, I see a win for the Gunners. I'll lock you guys in for a 2-1.
My fingers are crossed, man. I hope you're right. Robbie?
Yeah, look, I'm a bit more on RJ's side here too. I think your attack is a lot better than their defense. Lloris, for me, always has a mistake in him. I don't even know if a few of their players, Kulusevski, I don't know where he is at the moment.
He's huge. He's huge.
He's
to
a
their
big
chances
loss.
of anything.
Big loss. And even like, Son, a lot of people haven't said he has been not himself this season. Yes, Harry Kane has been firing some goals in, but all the goals Tottenham are scoring, a lot of their points have been, flashing the pans last 10, 15 minutes. So I just think there's too much quality in that Arsenal. I think they're going to have their tails high. I think there's going to be a blowout. I think 3-1. I think they're going to go up 3-0. And then, there could be like a goal at the end for Spurs, a penalty, even maybe a 3-2. But I really think you guys kill this one by half time, and then they try and catch up.
Music to my ears. I have never in the history of this show wanted you, Robbie, to be so right and me to be so wrong. You guys give me a bit of optimism. I hope you're both right. Because I know we're better than them. I know we are better than them. But we'll see. Derbies are crazy, man. Anything can happen. Boys, what a round of fixtures we've got coming up. I can't wait to be back on Monday evening unpacking all of this with you and these results. I'm sure I can't lose much more hair. I'm on the track to RJ. Robbie, you can afford to lose a little bit, mate. But look, let's wait and see, boys. Derbies are exciting. The Premier League is the greatest league in the world. And they're our predictions. Any final words, Robbie?
Let's hope the Reds get up. My Reds, your Reds. Let's hope they both get up.
We're ready for it. Roscoe?
Go McCarthy Bulls. That's all I'll say.
Hey, I can echo those words. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your football. Look after each other.